CTV Calgary, local breaking news.
Good afternoon. A meeting is underway between the Prime Minister and the U.S. President, with tariffs topping the agenda, and things are off to a positive start. Mark Carney arrived at the White House this morning, where he was greeted by Donald Trump. During a gathering in the Oval Office, Trump taking a more positive tone about the U.S. relationship with Canada. He says he wants Canada to do well, but points out there are natural conflicts between the two countries. Carney made sure to mention that Canada is the second largest trading partner of the U.S. and its largest foreign investor.
There are areas where we compete, and it's in those areas where we have to come to an agreement that works. But there are more areas where we are stronger together, and that's what we're focused on. And we're going to get the right deal for America, right deal, obviously, from my perspective, for Canada.
The free trade agreement between Canada, the U.S. and Mexico is up for renegotiation next year. Trump says tariffs won't go away completely. Alberta's premier continues to push for a new pipeline to the West Coast and for Ottawa to change the law to make it happen. Danielle Smith met yesterday with Prime Minister Mark Carney shortly before he left for his visit to Washington. By the Grey Cup game, Carney plans to announce another group of major projects that Ottawa will endorse. This morning, Smith said the federal government needs to scrap laws, such as a ban on oil tankers on the West Coast, to allow a pipeline to be built.
The message I've had to the Prime Minister is that it's the oil sands companies who need to have confidence that they're going to be allowed to expand production in order to be able to fill a pipeline. And at the moment, because of the laws that are in place, they don't have that confidence. So that's why we have to deal with these things as a package.
Smith says she also met yesterday with Conservative leader Pierre Poilievre, and tonight she'll be at a networking event in Ottawa. Conditional sentences have been given to two prominent leaders of the so-called Freedom Convoy. Alberta's Tamara Leach, along with Chris Barber, were in Ottawa today for their sentencing. Both were convicted of mischief for their roles in the COVID restriction protests that shut downtown Ottawa for weeks. They've each been given an 18-month conditional sentence. For 12 months, they'll have to stay home with limited outings per week. After that, they'll be under a 10 p.m. curfew for the remainder of their sentence. Leach's lawyer says an appeal of the mischief conviction is being considered. 1 year after a deadly shooting in Forest Lawn, police have charged a man with murder. The shooting happened last October at a home in the 900 block of 40th Street Southeast. Michael Vestervelt was taken to hospital, where the 62-year-old died later. Police have now charged Tian Pearson Gardapi with second-degree murder. Investigators say the victim and the suspect were not known to each other, but have not revealed a possible motive. 7 Albertans are facing child exploitation charges, 5 of them from the Calgary area. It was part of a 3-month police investigation focusing on high-level targets distributing vast collections. More than 40 computers and electronic devices were seized. Police say they found over 400,000 images and 11,000 videos of child sexual abuse material. Investigators say they do not believe any of the victims are from Alberta. RCMP in Airdrie are searching for a man involved in a hit-and-run last week. We aren't showing the actual collision. Footage shows a van hitting a 17-year-old girl in a crosswalk at Windhave Gate and Windstone Road around 8:30 a.m. on October 2nd. After the girl gets up, the man gets out of the van and appears to be upset with the pedestrian. He then returns to his van and leaves the scene. The teen was not seriously hurt, but RCMP are looking to identify the suspects. Alberta's teachers' strike enters day 2 and still no sign of a resolution. The province has issued a lockout notice to the union. It will begin Thursday afternoon. Both sides admit it's a routine part of the process. The sticking points in the labor dispute are classroom support and pay. The union and the province are having conversations about getting back to the bargaining table, but negotiations have not restarted. Advance polls are open again today in the municipal election in Calgary. Turnout on Monday, the first day of advance polls, was over 14,000. That represents 1.6% of total electors in the city. The number is down from day 1 of advance voting in the 2021 municipal election. Back then, more than 23,000 people cast their ballots. Advance polls are open in the city from 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. until Friday. The Calgary International Airport says the summer of '25 was a record breaker. The airport says 4 million passengers passed through YYC this summer. That's the most ever. And there were 2 million passengers in July and in August, also a record. The airport says those numbers underscore the role YYC plays as an economic driver, connecting local communities to opportunities around the world, welcoming the world to the Rockies, and providing travelers more choices to explore. Thanks for joining us. We'll have more on the top stories coming up on CTV News at 5 and 6 or anytime online at ctvnews.ca/Calgary.